It's hot. What's up, everyone? Travis Lofty here, the Human Upgrade Project, where I dissect and determine and try to deconstruct what it takes to be remarkable, exceptional, and perform at peak levels more often than not. And if you can tell right now, I am not performing at peak levels. I'll get into that in a minute. So, before I get into everything, for my few minute interlude here, let's do Random². Bizarre, odd national holidays here in the United States. Number one, this is for January, not January, I don't know what day it is. Bleh. Okay, this is for June 11th. National Corn Cob Day, which is kind of nice, right? Corn on the cob is pretty tasty. I don't know anybody who doesn't really like corn on the cob. I know people that like corn off the cob better than corn on the cob, but there's that. There's National Hug Holiday. So feel free, if you see me out and about, which I don't go out and about a lot, feel free to give me a hug. Because we all could use a hug from time to time, right? And then it's also National King Kamehameha Day, which I think is like a Hawaiian thing. I didn't look any of these up. Like I said, not firing on all cylinders. And that's why I wanted to do this tonight. Plus, I'm doing one of these every day, at least for the next 21 days. And I'm going to get this dialed in a little bit better so I can better communicate what it is that I am, the whole purpose of this thing, because I'm a little all over the board sometimes. So here we go again. Travis Lofty here with the Human Upgrade Project, where I dissect and deconstruct what it means to be remarkable, extraordinary, and what it takes to perform at peak levels more often than not. Some people call it the flow state. There's a good book here. Which one is it? No, not those. Well, there's a good book on flow state and all that good and all of that. I will post that at some point. Don't want to get into it now. Title of tonight, episode 19, is What a Crappy Day, and a little clarification. A little clarification around kind of like what I'm doing here and all this. The crappy day thing, the reason that I titled it that, and the reason that I'm saying that is because I want to make sure that all of you know I have really crappy days too. And I get down and sad and depressed and all that good stuff. And it's not fun. I'm fairly good at pulling myself out of those things and stepping back and looking at the situation and evaluating it for what it is. But today, I've had this like little bit of a head cold for like 3 days now. Started around Friday, wasn't feeling so hot. This morning I woke up, felt really not so hot. Did part of my morning routine and then just hopped on my computer, did some work for about an hour and a half, and then basically went back to bed for another like 3 hours, and then did some work from my bed on my phone. But yeah, just not feeling too hot. And then I find out that there's some people that I work with that are unhappy with the communication that has been going on between us during a project that we're doing, and yeah. And then I had to do some errands today that had to be done today, so I had to force myself to actually leave and go run around before some places closed. And then while I was running around, stuff happened, and I was like, crap, I got to do this on my phone and find a coffee shop to get my laptop at, all that. So the reason I'm saying all of this is because these things happen to everybody, and I don't want it to appear, because I have this, like, I do like I said, I'm very good at paying attention to what my mindset is and focusing on the right thing more often than not. Nobody's perfect. And the social medias and interwebs are really good at portraying people at being perfect, because most people only post and talk about the good stuff. Unless somebody dies, then there's that too. I mean, people will talk about that, or pretty much that's it. And every once in a while, somebody will talk about a bad relationship. But most of the time, it's like, look at me. I'm awesome. I'm doing so great. I have a great life. And really, yeah, you have the same life as everybody else. It's just how you go about living it. Hey, Capri. So, I want to make sure that I made that crystal clear. I'll probably bring that up again in the future, because it is important that we all know that we're on the same page and we all deal with the same things, just at different levels, depending on where you're at in your journey to become extraordinary, remarkable, and perform at peak levels more often than not. That's the clarification portion of the what a crappy day I had. I am feeling a little better now, which is nice. I went and got a bunch of chlorella and spirulina and a bunch of other hippie type things that will make me feel better. Because as you know, I'm a closet hippie. And I will be doing my stretching routine. The main purpose of this 21 days for me is to do a few things that I've been wanting to do, right? But it's also, I want to share with you kind of a process, a framework that you can use also. And that's what I was mentioning the other night when I was talking about putting something together that we can all do together, so that you can learn to build a framework for yourself based on all of the years of optimization and framework building that I have done. I love optimizing things. I optimize things every day in my business and in my life. Sometimes they optimize better than others. Ergo, today's unfortunate turn of events that didn't make me happy. So it's going to be pretty short tonight. Let me see if there's anything else in here that I wanted to go through. Yeah. Biggest thing to remember is I do have some answers. I don't have all the answers. And that's why I am doing this, because I know that there are people out there. I noticed, somebody I noticed the other day, a guy I know that's really, really well-known powerlifter, posted something about how many times you need to see somebody influential do a certain exercise movement before you will adopt it. And I sent him a reply, and I wasn't trying to be snarky about it, but I said 0 influential people. Because, and this is going back, you'll understand what I mean about this here in just a second, but it's because a lot of times we spend more time paying attention to the influential people, or the people that we think are influential, and not paying attention to ourselves or to the other people around us that have vast amount of knowledge that we can learn from. I have learned some amazing things from some people at the gym, as a good example. I'll give you a lot of gym examples, but at the gym, I'm not going to give a specific example here, but I've learned things from people at the gym that you would have never expected to learn anything from fitness related. Because I apply the things that I'm trying to become better at in life. So that's where that got at, is the fact that it's not about what I can do. It's not about what you can do. It's about what we can do and learning from each other throughout the process, and learning from others throughout the process. And with that said, I'm going to cut this off at less than this is going to be like half the amount of time as normal. Because even though I didn't get all my morning routine in, which made me upset, and I didn't get a couple other things done today that I normally would have done. Luckily, today was an off day from training. Thank God. I didn't get my stretching in yet, so I'm going to go do that right now. I will be recording that on my video camera just because I want to keep it, I want to document it to see how flexible I really do get. By the way, the Buteyko breathing technique is going pretty well. I will, like I said, I don't know how, like if I just did that on here, it'd be weird. So that's one of those things that you get into meditation and breathing techniques and all of that. It's more of a training type thing than it is a live video. I guess I could explain it in here, but it really be pretty boring. I don't know. But we'll see. And with that said, I'm going to call it for tonight. What's up, Yuri? This is going to be a short one tonight. You'll have to go back and check it out. As always, if you like this, subscribe, share, or just bring people over and have them like the page. Because the more people we have, the more fun it'll be and the more we can learn. So with that said, make it an amazing day, because it's better than the alternative.